Hi, Neil. Just a quick... Well, just to clarify, Neil, there's nobody that you can't pick tomorrow because of COVID. Is that right? Everybody is...
Well, Brownie I can't, and Grant Hall, Scott.
Yeah, but that's injury, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Right, okay. The young lads who played in the Cup last week, Neil, I mean, to what extent are you thinking now about getting them out for games? You know, or what extent do you still feel you have to cover yourself, given obviously there's no more Cup games now?
Well, we let Romain go out this week, and there's another couple we've nearly agreed to another couple going out, and they all need to go and play now. You know, for me, once we get into this second half and the transfer window ends, or they need to be playing games now and building up to come back in pre-season and be a little bit stronger and show us what they can do.
And does Sam fall into that as well, or is he one that you were more minded to keep?
No, Sam's the same. Sam's the same. There's about 4 or 5 of them that I spoke to Craig Little the other day, and we all know it's the best for him, like it is for Woody. The only problem with Woody is we've got to be careful that we can't cut our nose off to spite his face, So I do realise that he needs games if we can get him games.
One on George, friend. I mean, you've talked about him there and what he brought you and stuff. I mean, I think we've dealt with him always kind of having the back of our minds that he'll be a manager one day. Is that something that you can see that, he just seems to have all of that in him, doesn't he?
Well, he's a very sensible lad, level-headed lad. And, I think everything he says with, he thinks about what he says. And like I say, as captain, he was just enormous for me, really. The help he gave me, because, I was really green on everything that was here, and 1 or 2 things he helped me, and I think that people like that are always looking to go on in the game, aren't they? And that's what it needs, the English game. It needs lads like George coming back into it and becoming one of, getting in the English in the English league. And I think people like George should, start lower down and not get thrown straight into a job. Division 2, I went non-league to start with me, and I didn't regret it at all because I learned so much in my first few years. And that's what it's all about, experience. He's done it, the experience at the playing level. Now he's got to start on doing it on the management side. Joe, a quick one.
And just the last one for me.
Go on, Scott.
No, I was just going to say, I know you kind of answered this, but just on the goal celebration thing, like a lot of managers this week have been saying, look, it's impossible for players to do.
Scott, I don't know if it's possible.
You're quite strongly saying, look, you've got to try. We've got to try this.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if it's possible. Yeah. I haven't got a clue if it's possible. I would want to celebrate if I scored. So I don't know how. That's why it's got to be responsible of the lads on the pitch, really. But Harry Kane did it the other night, and I was pleased with it. So it's up to us to try and keep pushing it with them and hope that they come up with something. Okay, Scott. Cheers, Joe.
Thanks, Neil. Good luck.
Thanks.
Hi, Neil. Just a quick one. You mentioned Grant Hull and Marcus Brown there. Johnny Houston and Ashley Fletcher, how are they doing?
Fletcher's not ready yet. Houston might be all right. He's training again today. He might be all right for the bench. I'm not sure yet.
Okay. I don't know if you saw this week, there was a bit of speculation about Britt to Sombalonga, about clubs maybe interested in. What's the situation with contracts with obviously Britt, Fletcher and Marvin Johnson?
His contract's up at the end of the season. Same as Marvin, same as Ashley's, and no news on it at all, Joe. So you're going to be reading, you're going to be reading speculation right up to the deadline now, and most of it coming from their agents.
Yeah. Just another one we may say is speculation. Patrick Roberts obviously played on Saturday for the first time in a while. Have you held any talks with him about?
Yeah, I've had loads of talks with Patrick. Yeah, so we'll have to see what develops really. He is our player till the end of the season. There's no callback unless all parties agree to it. So it's one of those things. We'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I mean, you said there's no progress on transfers. What's kind of the reason for that? Is that still kind of managers not wanting to let players go out on loan?
Well, the only movement this week was I spoke to a player, but he'd already signed for a club 10 minutes before I spoke to him. That's the only bit of transfer news this week. So I was disappointed to say the least, but that's how it goes.
You mentioned swap deals could be possible a couple of weeks ago. Do you think that's still maybe the way forward?
Yeah, that's the way forward. Same with journalists. I'm trying to get rid of one of you two or three of you. if I can, and swap them round. Where's Craig John? It is there. Is there Craig in today?
He was. I don't know where he is now.
Is that Craig there? With the,
No.
Where has Craig
I
gone?
don't know where he's gone.
You've scared him off. You've scared him off.
Bloody hell. And here, any more questions?
Just last one, Neil. Stephen Walker, is he one of the players you're probably looking to send along because he got recalled, didn't he?
I saw him yesterday, Stephen, and he enjoyed it there. I think he's got to play, Stephen. If he's not going to get in my team, he's got to go and play again. We've got quite a few, 1 or 2 clubs wanting him. So I'm sure he'll go out on loan again. But at the moment, he's training with us.
T-side!
Be bold. Be immersed. Be transformed. Be Teesside.
Throw, and Brentford get themselves into a bit of difficulty at the back. It's Akpom's shot, and a really good save from Luke Daniels. Brentford got themselves into trouble, and it was the former Brentford loanee with the strike. Really could not have hit that one better, Chuba Akpom. And an acrobatic save from the goalkeeper, who turned 33 last week. Got us with the corner, and it comes in, and it's crept in at the far post by Halil Dervisoglu, who was only recalled from his loan spell at FC Twente a week ago. And the striker, who had a decent opportunity earlier in the first half, this time converts from the set piece. Godos with the delivery. Middlesbrough switched off. Pass is cut out, and here's the impressive Hayden Hackney on his Middlesbrough debut. Tavernier, clever pass from him, and Daniels denies Akpom again. Almost within an instant, Middlesbrough with a chance to equalise. They have had the best opportunities in this first half despite trailing. And Tavernier is in really good form this season. Roslev. It's in around Marcus Brown, and the two players lock horns, and Brown looks in real discomfort. The referee immediately makes his way over. And Marcus Brown, who was back there doing his defensive duties, goes down rather innocuously. And after 7 minutes of treatment, Brown is substituted and taken off on a stretcher. And it's Sam Follerin who comes on in place of him. From Boller, and the ball is cut back across as well, and it's Follerin! It's 1-1. 4 minutes into the second half, and the substitute has equalised. They've had all kinds of issues in the build-up to this game, Middlesbrough. And an unlikely goal scorer, his first for the club, gets them back on level terms. Tavernier cut the ball back. And as Robert's shot deflected across the face of goal, there was the player playing for Tooting and Mitcham in non-league football just over a year ago to equalise. Sorenson's pass is a good one. force, and it's a first-time ball play through. It's Godos who makes it 2-1. And just like Dervisoglu in the first half, Saman Godos gets off the mark for Brentford. It's his first for the club. And the Iranian international with a really composed finish. Good build-up play from Brentford. And Jordan Archer is beaten for the second time this afternoon on his Middlesbrough debut. Spence, good ball play through to Roberts. Roberts onto his left foot, and again Daniels makes the save. Middlesbrough have had their chances in this game, but the goalkeeper has kept Brentford in it.
Just 5 wins in 35 in all competitions for Birmingham. Really need to string a run of results together. Be a tough test for them today as well. Neil Warnock's got his side playing really good football at the moment. Birmingham have started well though. Always a danger when Bella's on the ball. Taking on Dick Steele. Well, he's turning the full-back inside out here, Bella. Is there an end product? 3 in the centre. Shot was blocked. He comes to Colin! And Birmingham take the lead. And it's come from an unlikely source. Maxime Collin. A first goal in 57 appearances for Birmingham. Dick Steele. They've given the ball away clumsily here, and Birmingham will look to try and capitalise. Bella once again. He's been the standout performer so far. Hogan just playing off the shoulder. Timed his run. It's Hogan! Saved by the outstretched leg of Marcus Bettinelli. Great play from Birmingham going forward once again. Former Borough player. McNair takes it short. It's a good ball forward. It's Asambalonga! And it's the equaliser for Borough. And Birmingham's defence undone once again. Just a 4th goal in 19 appearances for Britt Asambalonga. Neil Warnock's side back on level terms, having been up against it really for much of this first half. 27 played. And they've got themselves back level. Asambalonga was strong in the challenge. Had the Borough looking to build from the back once again. Lewis Wing inside the penalty area. Ball just is hanging around, and Saville, unmarked in the middle, puts Borough in front for the first time. Well, they've been threatening for the last few minutes, Middlesbrough, and they finally got through the Birmingham defences once again. Aita Karanka turns away. Great ball across, and Saville had the presence of mind to get in front of his man and slip the ball past Etherington to put Borough in front for the first time, and they lead here 2-1. Did have a player sent off in that Reading game. They had Pedersen sent off against Watford in a 1-0 defeat. Borough back on the attack again. Good save, Etheridge. Got down sharply to that one, the Blues goalkeeper. Still the danger's not cleared. And eventually goes behind for a goal kick. Well, he hasn't been forced into too many saves, Neil Etheridge, despite the fact he's been beaten twice. George Saville, the man who scored the second goal, trying his luck from distance. Good save. Over comes the corner. Oh, Etheridge has spilled it and pushed it into his own net. And Borough to make a 3-1 lead. Neil Etheridge Well, disappointment for the goalkeeper. It was whipped in by Lewis Wing. It seemed a fairly regulation catch for the keeper, but he's just helped it into the net. And Borough have themselves a 2-goal cushion, and Birmingham with a mountain to climb. Took his eye off the ball just for a fraction of a second, Etheridge. Bowler with the throw, on by Asombalonga. Borough will probably feel they're real promotion contenders this season, so this could lift them into the top 6 depending on other results, of course, today. Long way to go in the season. Birmingham looking to try and get a glimmer of hope with a goal back. That's a long ball forward, the flag stays down. There's a tumble in the penalty area. The referee waves play, and it was Asombalonga that went down. Lewis Wing! Oh, it's gone in again! And it's another effort from long range that's beaten Etheridge this time. Could only help it into the net, and having been credited with the own goal for Borough's third, he could only help Lewis Wing's long range shot into the back of the net. They're all smiles on the Borough bench, but you have to feel for the Birmingham keeper. Just popped up. Conceded 3 against his old club Cardiff in midweek, and now he's conceded 4 here against Middlesbrough. Surely now no way back for Birmingham. Well, it's been a very competent performance by Neil Warnock's Middlesbrough. This will be 3 wins in a row. Millwall, Luton, and now Birmingham to add to that list as the referee brings the game to a close. Well, 15 minutes in, it didn't look good for Borough when Birmingham took the lead, but they turned things around. Asombalonga, George Saville, an own goal from Etheridge, then a long-range Lewis Wing effort, eventually taking the points.